Welcome back. This is another episode of Small Talk Arkansas. Thursday, April the 16th, 2020.
Is that the year? I think that's the year.
That's, COVID-19 2020.
Yeah, here we are.
CoronaCation.
Another day.
Welcome. I'm your host, Jason Martin.
And I'm Tessa Wilmans.
And we are coming to you live from the CoronaCation Kitchen Table Studio.
Welcome to the kitchen table, y'all.
We were live early in the morning, and you're going to get this late in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's how this works.
That's how this works. Every day, Monday through Friday, we're coming to you. Mm-hmm. Today's Therapy Thursday.
It is.
Therapy Thursday.
We could probably use it.
We definitely need it. We need it some kind of serious. If you're watching this show, we know you need it too.
Yeah,
so,
it's true.
Jenny Caldwell is going to be on the show today.
Jenny?
Jenny's going to be here. She is going to talk some sense into us.
Good. I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear from her.
Absolutely. On Shit We're Into today, we're going to be talking about the Tiger King finale.
We are.
As well as the 8th episode of the Tiger King.
Yeah, Yeah, the special edition.
The special edition of the Tiger King, where more people have their teeth that episode.
They do. Those cool cats and kittens got their teeth.
If y'all haven't seen it, the 8th episode came out on Easter.
It did.
And, we watched it. Jenny watched it. We're going to bring all that to you.
Yeah.
But first, we're going to jump into the CoronaCation
news
stats that we talk about every day.
Every day.
Odd.
Did our numbers get better?
No. They reported.
Yeah.
They reported. And so it did exactly what I would expect it to do. The numbers look worse than they probably were.
Damn it.
Because, for some reason, I don't know, these guys, we'll talk about this. It's a little frustrating, guys. It's, whatever program you're putting the numbers into, shit can't be that hard, fellas.
Oh.
It just can't.
Ooh.
I mean, spreadsheets,
if they're numbers
math,
people,
whatever.
they
you
should
just
have this.
Input the data. And
like me, if I were doing that, we'd definitely have a problem on our hands.
That's why you're not doing it.
This is true.
But whoever is doing it, I don't know. It's updated.
They need to get it together.
So, in the state of Arkansas, 1,599 cases is what's reporting this morning. Arkansas Department of Health, where this information comes from, 1,599. I bet we break 1,600 cases in the Arkansas today.
Bet we do.
101 more than yesterday. Now, I know that is not the number that actually was announced officially. It was 70-something.
Right.
But yesterday we only had 23 according to the data that was out. So it's a little skewed.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't know what the real answer is. I can only know what it was at the time that we did the show and ran the report.
Yeah.
34 deaths now in the state. That is 2 more than we reported yesterday. 22,289 people in the state of Arkansas have now been tested. And if you do the math, again, there were only 189 tested as of yesterday.
Right.
That were reported. 1,086 in the last 24 hours.
Wow. That's a lot more than 189.
So it's probably somewhere in the middle of that the real data is. But, it's in a wormhole. We'll never know.
It's true. Got lost.
Rick from Rick and Morty. Fix this wormhole. Give us the right information. Positive cases in America, 639,664. So, a million cases. A million, will we get to a million this month? Probably not this month.
But before this thing is over.
But before this is over, we should probably, without a doubt, we'll break a million cases in the U.S.
I was wondering that.
Deaths in the U.S. were up to 30,985. That's 4,926 more than yesterday.
Wow.
That's more than double the deaths that were reported yesterday.
And yet some people in our administration are saying it's.
Yeah. Some people are going, hey, we all should all go back to work.
Yeah.
It's safe. You guys that have done a good job staying at home and keeping your family safe. Oh,
it's cool.
Fuck y'all. You need to get out and go kill some people. Take your lives and their lives into your own hand.
In danger. Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
I don't want to say anybody. There are people that think before they speak.
Right.
And I've thought about what I'm going to say this morning. And there are people that just say shit just spews out of their mouth at all times.
Verbal diarrhea.
Whatever's convenient for them at that minute.
That very moment.
Contradicting what they said the day before and the day before and the day before. We're going to quit throwing aid to this because they've done such a bad job. Last week, they were patting them on the back. They've done a fantastic job.
Well, I mean,
now China's not doing this and we hate China. Well, a couple weeks ago, they did a great job. They were transparent with everything. Get your shit together, Trump.
Yeah, agreed.
Damn it.
Agreed.
The economy is not in the tank. It's even through the recession and everything that's gone on with the coronavirus. The economy's done well under his administration. The guy is just an idiot.
Yeah, he is. He is. Did you hear his voice? Like he sounds tired.
I'm
sure
there's
he
no
is.
doubt that he's tired. So
But
get off the camera, get off the Twitter, go take a damn nap.
Yeah, and get your shit together and make some shit happen if you're leading the country. Just saying.
Hate it. You're under a lot of pressure. We get it, Trump, and we know you're tuning into our show. So I want to say this message directly to you. We know you're under a lot of pressure. We know that you're stressed out of your mind. Go take a nap. Take a chill pill. Drink a hot tea. Get friendly, bro.
Yeah.
Because you can, we talked about yesterday, two things come out. You either, your personality either goes, and I say you, everybody under these circumstances.
The collective you.
This stress, the collective you. You either really become an asshole.
Or you really become a really awesome person.
Awesome person. There's one or the two.
Amazing or asshole. What do you want to be?
So go take a nap. Chill the fuck out.
Go take a little nappy.
And, come back to the cool dude side. I don't know that you've ever been cool.
I was about to say, I don't know that he...
I don't know. Have you seen his wife?
I don't understand that at all.
All
It's
right.
the same with the Tiger King guy. Like, I don't understand how he gets all those...
Oh, you're talking about Jeff. You're not talking about Tiger King because...
No, the guy that's on the show. No, because I know he's not into ladies.
He's not into ladies?
No.
All right. Let's get back on track because we're way off now.
Sorry.
All right. So counties reported overnight in the state of Arkansas. Pulaski County's up to 353 cases. Yeah, Tiger's got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Going to tell us
Tiger's
what he thinks.
gonna Tiger.
353 cases in Pulaski County. That is up from the 297 we reported yesterday. So
Pretty significant jump, right?
It's a massive jump.
That's a lot of folks.
It's almost 20%. Is that right? Yep, almost 20%.
Oh, damn it. And
Say what?
Nah, just carry on.
Carry on, my
on.
wayward son. Yeah. Jefferson, not a big jump. Crittenden's up to 122 cases. They're second leading county in the state still. Garland County's up to 105 cases. So that's all the tier 5 counties in the state, which is 75 plus cases reported. Tier 4 counties in the state, 20 to 74 cases. There are still 14 counties there. Glancing through them real quickly. Craighead saw 4 more cases in Craighead. Everything else, Lincoln County saw another 5 in Lincoln County. Everything else, 1 to 2 cases somewhere in there, but that's the 14 counties in the state that are tier 4. So not a lot of big changes there. Most of the big changes in the state were in Pulaski County in your tier 5s, and a couple of your tier 4s, Lincoln and Craighead, saw 4 and 5 cases there. Moving to the national scene, in the U.S., we want to talk about the most reported states, and then we'll also talk about our neighbor states, all of the states that touch Arkansas or border Arkansas. In New York, there's 214,832 positive cases. So we'll certainly break 215,000 today. 14,073 deaths in New York. That's a little over 3,800 more than yesterday. An increase. So, lots of people still dying from this, guys. It's not time to just go, hey, we can go back to normal.
Yeah.
It's pretty outside. It's going to be a beautiful day outside today. Yesterday it got nice in the afternoon. It's going to be beautiful today. It's probably going to be beautiful tomorrow. That does not mean it's time to get out, go see friends.
Open up your windows, get some fresh air in your house, or go garden in your backyard.
Yep.
That's the thing to do.
New Jersey's at 71,030 cases, 3,156 deaths. New Jersey is nowhere near where New York is, but New Jersey is still the second.
But it still sucks.
Worst state in the U.S. California, on the other hand, and I go back to guys' numbers. I don't get it. California yesterday reported 27, and I'll say California reported. I don't know what California reported. I know the data that I pulled from the AP, that the AP pulled, that put a map together that I'll put in the description like I do every day. Yesterday, the cases in California were 27,779. Today, they're 27,098.
Oh.
So overnight, 700 and something people in California just weren't affected anymore. I don't know. Math.
It's hard sometimes.
You only got so many fingers. 890 deaths in California, which if this data is accurate, I think tomorrow we'll have a better idea. Again, like this shift that we had in Arkansas in the last 24 hours of data. I think we'll have the same thing in the national level, because 890 deaths is 100 more than they had yesterday. They had 790 yesterday. So I'm going to bet that there's probably some ones and zeros in the wrong places.
Gotcha.
And this data is not,
not 100%.
really. Yep. Looking at Louisiana, 21,951 cases there. So certainly we'll break 22,000 there in the next 24 hours. 1,103 deaths being reported in Louisiana. The math there yesterday was 1,013. So you can see we got the same four numbers in different orders.
Yeah.
Don't know if that is accurate, 1,103. Or if there was
there's a typo somewhere. If someone really didn't have it together.
Yeah, I don't know. Donald Trump may be doing these numbers too.
Maybe that's why he's tired.
Lord help us all. Texas, 16,289 cases in Texas, 391 deaths. Tennessee, our tier 3 bordering state, 6,288 cases with 135 deaths. Missouri, Mississippi, still our only two tier 2 bordering states. Missouri did break 5,000. They're actually at 5,004 cases reported as of this morning, with 166 deaths in Missouri. Mississippi, 3,360 tests positive, with 122 deaths. And then Oklahoma and Arkansas are the only two still in the tier 1 status. 2,263 cases in Oklahoma with 123 deaths. So they've surpassed Mississippi and Oklahoma. Even though Mississippi's a tier 2 and Oklahoma's a tier 1, they teeter-totter back and forth based on the deaths. So Mississippi has 122 today. Oklahoma has 123 on more than 1,100 less cases.
Wow.
So death, you take the math and you go, okay, who's got a higher death rate on percentages?
Right.
By far, Oklahoma is way on up there.
It's kind of like the Louisiana, California thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Arkansas reported again 1,599 cases and 34 deaths. So we're by far the lowest out of all the states that we report on. I mean, we're the next closest thing to us in actual test is Oklahoma. And deaths, the next closest thing to us in deaths is actually Mississippi. And, we're way under both of those guys.
Yeah. I mean, so that's good.
That's good. So this is not, don't listen to the federal news right now that's coming out going, hey, we can start opening back up the states.
We're going to go back to work.
You can go back to work because
the numbers aren't lying. They still keep going up.
The stats don't change. We are, coming on a plateau, maybe at least where the death rates aren't growing exorbitantly on a daily basis, or the positive cases aren't growing exorbitantly on a daily basis, but they're not flat, and they're certainly not in regression yet.
Yeah.
Until we see 3-4 days of actual regressive numbers, guys, this thing is not over.
Yeah. Nope, it's not. So stay the fuck home.
Stay the fuck home. Wash your damn hands.
Do all the things. Keep doing all the things.
These early shows with this bad information makes me angry.
Does it?
Am I coming off angry this morning?
Maybe a tiny bit.
All right.
Just a tiny bit.
Awesome.
It's okay.
So in other news.
It's shitty news, you can't help it. I mean, it's bothersome. It's understandable. Anyway, other news.
Yeah, other news. I mean, that's, I guess, if you're not entertained by my angriness, let me know in the comments. I want your comments.
Did any more kangaroos get out?
No more kangaroos.
Damn it.
We've been talking about, I got this report. Let me see. Is there a date on this report? Major Arkansas policy actions and numbers of positive cases and tests per 100,000 individuals, March 11th through April the 8th. So I'm going to guess the report was published April the 8th or April the 9th. Data goes through the April the 8th. I'm not going to give you real data here from an aspect of no more positive cases, that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm going to give you. But we've been talking about what day of the CoronaCation are we?
Yeah, where are we? Is it
day 724?
It could be. Are we talking to volleyballs yet?
Wilson.
Yeah, I know. Wilson, where are you?
All right. So the Arkansas Center of Health Improvement, put together a chart going back and saying, okay, here's where major COVID-19 policy actions happened in Arkansas. Mm-hmm. So just to give it some perspective, and this is as of today, there was an Arkansas public health emergency declared for COVID-19 37 days ago.
Over a month.
37 days ago, there was an emergency declared.
Yes.
Public health emergency in Arkansas. We're not talking about
nationally.
The U.S. or nationally. We're talking about in Arkansas. 37 days ago, there was a public health emergency declared. 35 days ago, there was telemedicine requirements relaxed and visitation at long-term care facilities were prohibited. So 35 days ago, we said, hey, you don't have to go to your doctors anymore. You can talk to them
on the phone,
Skype, all their apps, all of those things.
Don't go there.
Don't
basically
go to the hospitals. Don't go to the clinics unless you
really have
to. And definitely don't go to stay out of the nursing homes.
Yeah, don't go to the nursing homes.
Stay out of the assisted care living. So 35 days ago, it became a policy that those couldn't happen.
Okay.
32 days ago, correctional facilities visitation ceased. So no visitors could visit a prison as of 32 days ago, Arkansas prisons.
Okay.
Public schools were closed statewide 31 days ago. Congratulations to all you homeschoolers.
Yes. How's it going?
All you parents that are struggling or are not struggling are, dredging along, making this happen, teaching those kids.
Y'all are amazing human beings.
You're doing good work. You're doing God's work.
It's true.
29 days ago, bars and restaurants, dine-in, gyms, and entertainment venues were closed. 29 days ago.
I'm trying to remember when was my store closed. That was probably around that same time.
23 days ago, barbers, body art, and cosmetology establishments, massage therapy spas ceased in-person operations.
Yeah, 23 days.
Not sure how you could do any of those things not in person.
You can't. You can't.
You can't fix somebody's eyelashes
remote
over the phone?
No, I can't. I mean, we can ask Jenny. I mean, we can, yeah.
We'll see. We'll have Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny's going to fix my personality this morning. Let's see.
I just wish I could fix her lashes over the phone.
21 days ago, gatherings of more than 10 people were banned. So that was March 27th.
That was how many days ago?
21 days ago.
21 days ago. Okay.
April 3rd, which was 2 weeks ago, 14 days ago, elective surgeries and routine dental and eye care visits were postponed.
I figured that was before.
Yeah, I mean, like my dentist canceled
I think they did
my
that
appointment
weeks
before.
Yeah.
But, from an aspect of this is routine dental and eye care. And I guess they just decided, well, like the churches, maybe some of these guys were going, well, everybody else is closed, so we'll see everybody. Who knows?
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
April 4th, businesses required to implement social distancing protocols, commercial lodging, and short-term rental occupancy limited. That was 13 days ago. I don't know if there's been other closures, other policy changes. I'm sure there has been since April the 8th. But I thought this was interesting so we could, really relate to how many days. So if we want to say that the public health emergency declared, and that's not when most people actually began to stay home from a CoronaCation, but that was 37 days ago.
Right.
For most people, I think we're in week 3, maybe week 4.
Yeah.
Some folks are might possibly be in week 4.
Yeah.
I'll put a link to all of that data that we talked about in the show description below.
It's true. And if you like what you're hearing, aside from this angry guy over here, it would really help us out if you subscribe to our channel and share it with all of your friends. Because again, you've got friends. We know you do. Because you're cool and you listen to us.
Yeah. So subscribe to our show. Go to YouTube.
Just go to YouTube.
Hit subscribe.
Just click it.
Hit like button on the video.
Yeah. Do it.
And regardless if you agree with me and all my anger, or you disagree with me, if you like my points, you like my takes, leave me a comment.
Yeah. Let him know.
You don't like them, leave me a comment.
Yeah. Do that at your own risk. But yeah, go.
No risk. Zero risk. I'm staying home. What can I possibly do?
This is
I
true.
promise not to call you out if you don't like me or my takes.
Yeah. I'll try to enforce that.
Keep watching.
Yeah. Do that. Hey, Jason.
Good morning.
Good morning. Guess what?
I just woke up.
A little bit ago, yeah, you did. But also we have a special guest.
It's Therapy Thursday.
It is Therapy Thursday. Oh my God, I think you need it.
I need some therapy this morning in a bad way.
We've got our good buddy Jenny Caldwell on the line.
Jenny, can you help me?
Jenny, please
help me. Of course, it's what I do.
Please.
I know people, and it's what I do. I think everybody needs therapy, but I think everybody needs therapy today for sure.
For sure.
Today's the day. We couldn't have picked a better day for Therapy Thursday. Here we are.
We've sure taken a different turn as far as people's mental health, in my opinion.
Have we? We've been curious about that.
Absolutely. Yes, I think at first people were saying, hey, we could use this time off.
We can get some projects done. We can meditate. We can do this. We can do that.
Oh,
now
yeah.
everybody's
April
like, fuck
30th
this.
or March 30th. Yeah, everybody's like, March 30th, the kids are going back to school. I'm going back to work. Well, then it's kind of like, yeah, school's out the rest of the year. You may or may not have a job. Oh, if you do have a job, you're working from home. Kids are doing online school. The projects are done. But people are in a bad way, and I will tell you, I am finding that the more that the days go on, the longer this goes on, the worse it is. I think people have I saw a low yesterday, and I've seen a low this morning.
Already?
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. Oh.
And here's the thing.
Where are you seeing that low?
It's interesting. At first, I thought it was more, I think I'm seeing let me start over. I'm seeing a low with anxiety, depression, some hopelessness of when is this going to end.
Mm-hmm.
The anxiety is, what is the world going to look like?
Yeah, what's going to happen? How is this going to change my life?
And then a part of this is really just grief. Like, we're missing our old life.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing an increase in drinking. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And, people call it the CoronaCation, and they're going to have their cocktail, and that's great. But I'm seeing a huge increase. So you add in this increase in your intake, and you add financial problems, marital problems, being home with your kids, uncertainty. I think we're looking at a recipe for disaster for families.
Yeah.
And mental health.
Yeah. I was actually talking to one of my vendors yesterday, and we were talking about doing like an online event with clients and stuff. And she's like, oh, we could do like a wine before 4. And I was like, girl, I don't know about all that.
Oh, people are having, wine lunches.
Yeah.
But, I understand having your cocktail. I do. But, we've got to be careful to not add addiction onto everything else.
We don't need to come out of this all kinds of messed up.
Well, it's kind of, we were talking, we had Hannah on the show yesterday, Hannah Simpson from the Parlor up in Fort Smith, and she talked about her and her boyfriend's relationship, going into this versus now, and kind of like, hey, if we make it through this, if we go make it through both of our businesses being closed, being confined into, a home together with 3 kids, if we make it through this, our relationship will make anything. We're lifers at that point.
I think it's either going to make it or break it. We're fine in our house. We are good. We are solid in our house. But I think part of it is setting those healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
And so, Sean works at the dining room table. And so we know that that's where he's going to be working. If he has his headphones in, we're assuming he's working or he's on conference call. If I'm home and not in the office doing telehealth, then if the bedroom door is shut, then they know not to come in. And so it's setting those healthy boundaries and just having those conversations of, here's what I need, here's what I want, or just to be able to say to your partner or your friends, like, hey, I need a moment. I need 15 minutes to myself. I need this from you, as opposed to keeping it all stuffed and then exploding.
Yeah, because how hard is that to be like, hey, I just need this, XYZ.
It's more hard for the other partner, especially if they're frustrated or agitated, to not be petty and to go, okay, I understand. Here's your time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do my thing and calm down. Wouldn't you agree with that, Jenny?
Agree 100%. But I think part of it goes down to just basic communication of, hey, let's do a check-in. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Where are you? Because I think everybody's struggling.
That's whether it's your spouse, your child, whomever might be confined with you in that home, at that household.
Yeah, we got to check in on each other.
Well, and I think part of it, it's a basic question, but how can I best help you, or how can I best support you? What do you need? I mean, it's so important to be able to communicate right now, especially because we're confined and we're together. And if you think about people that don't have good communication skills and now you're confined, I mean, to me, it can be a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, well, and the difference in what I heard there, from a lot of people that are me, this is what I need. This is where I need to be. This is how I feel. This is da-da-da-da-da. You've done something there psychologically. Hey, what is it that you need? Hey, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
How can I support you better? It's no longer about me and what I need. It's what can I give to you, the person that I love, child, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever that might be, roommate, friend, whatever. You're taking that off of you and everything being about your world to, hey, how can I support you? And hopefully that's reciprocated.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, if we take this after CoronaCation into our real world, how helpful is that in a partnership?
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Yeah, for sure. Just doing it.
I mean, we are in interesting times for sure. I mean, I'm just seeing people becoming more overwhelmed, more sad, more afraid. And honestly, it's grief. And I know that's weird to think about grief because we think about grief as what? Death, divorce, and loss. But again, this is loss.
Yeah,
we've lost our daily lives.
Yeah, we have.
And what we've lost the ability to go into the office or the ability to work, or the kids have lost the ability to go to school. We've lost the ability to get up and go on a date, right?
Yeah.
First world, I understand. But
still, it's
still a loss, the loss of our daily routines. And I mean, people are scared and they're afraid and they're sad.
It's true. So, I mean, humans are creatures of habit, and we do like our habits and we do like our routines. And no, it's you're 100% right. It is grief. We're grieving that collectively.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Grieve together. But then, we can grieve about it, but we can also say, okay, what do we have control over? That's what I always challenge my clients to say is, okay, do you have control over this? Identify, do you have control over it? Yes or no? And if you do, what's your next step? And if you don't, you have to be able to recognize, continuing to worry about this only serves to make things worse. And so I think everything feels out of control right now, and that's what's hard on people because we want to be able to have a little bit of control, and we have very little right now.
That's true. So what can people do to, feel a little better under these circumstances?
I think we can keep a schedule. I think that's helpful for people because I think at first it was like a vacation. We've talked about this, or we'll get our projects done. Okay. Think about this as women. How many women are getting ready right now, Tess?
Not that many. I wouldn't think.
Right.
I wouldn't think.
How many just stay wrapped up in their blanket?
Yeah.
On the couch.
I'm not gonna lie. This show's been good for me to get ready every day. I'm like, oh, I gotta put makeup on. I gotta have my hair done. Like, okay.
Right.
Because who knows?
Agreed. So I think trying to have a schedule is helpful. Trying to keep that to-do list of things that I need to get done or things that I want to get done. We have control over trying to exercise. We have control over, healthy meals or, doing fun things. We knew that we were going to be, in this for the long haul. So we ordered, y'all have heard me say, we ordered the redneck hot tub. We ordered the portable hot tub for the kids. We ordered the trampoline. We ordered the bago set. So we did some things to make it tolerable. And so those are things that you can do.
Yeah.
Whether it's for those with little kids with the chalk projects.
Yeah.
Or
I've seen colorful mailboxes and, all kinds of stuff.
The bears. Putting the bears in the windows for the kids.
I've counted the bears in the windows in our neighborhood.
Yes, it was initially creepy. But keeping the kids on a schedule a little bit. Our kids are up every morning with their laptops at 8 a.m. on their Zoom session. I want them to have somewhat of a normal school day.
They need
that. And so those are some things, right. We all need a little bit of structure.
Yeah.
And so I think it's trying to put some structure in place helps us to feel like we have a little more control.
And that to-do list, having the list and being able to, it's not something you have to set a really hard and firm schedule. It can be a loose schedule. It can be something that you can ebb and flow with, but having that to-do list and being able to check some things off, I mean, that also is
gratifying.
That's, that is, you get gratification from that. It's, hey, you accomplished something that was on your list, no matter how big or small. So, that those things can also help you, I guess, get through this grief.
Mm-hmm. I have another suggestion is, I like to call it chunking, where you do things, you chunk it into periods of time.
Uh-huh.
So I always say we can do anything. We can do the hard things for a short period of time.
Right.
So whether for me, it's filing and paperwork. So if you set the timer and say, I've got 15 minutes for this, knock it out or get it done. I also tell my clients, especially my couples, look, you've got 15 minutes to talk about something controversial, whether this is money or your grievances, or we need to talk about the kids and it's a hard conversation. Set that timer for 15 minutes, have the hard conversation, not before bed, because nobody needs to go to bed fighting. But then you've limited it to 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, I think when in this time, if you know that these hard conversations or our grievances are limited to 15 minutes and a timer, it's not hanging over you all day like the dark rain cloud.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
that project, you've got 15 minutes to work on it, and you can come back to it. So that ties into that to-do list as well, or just life in general, that chunking of time.
That's a good call. I like that.
Chunking.
Yeah.
You like that?
I do. I feel like it's also a good time for people to maybe develop good habits too. I mean, that is a good habit, absolutely. But like you were talking earlier about the healthy foods and the exercise and stuff like that. Like, how many of us have bitched for so long? Oh, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to do that.
Oh, I was out of control eating a Cheeto puff.
Oh, that was going to be one of our questions today. What was your snack of choice?
Cheeto Puffs is your...
It was. So Jason and I went through...
Are you
I
grieving
started
the
with
loss?
Trader Joe's. Yes, because I've gone healthy this week. I've done Trader Joe's Cheeto Puffs. They're really good. Then I went to the healthy Cheeto Puffs. And then I went straight to the kids' Cheeto Puffs.
Ooh, she went straight to the gas station Cheeto Puffs.
I did. And the big bags. And then I realized that I had some hidden in the garage. I was like, I'm hoarding food like my kids.
Oh, no.
And one day I was standing in the pantry eating Cheeto Puffs, and Aunt Kate was like, are you just standing there hiding and eating Cheeto Puffs?
Oh, no.
And your answer was?
Clearly. And so I ate all the Cheeto Puffs I wanted, and then decided, okay, on Monday I've got to get this under control. So now my healthy snacks are almonds or piece of cheese wrapped in meat, because I'm going low carb right now.
Gotcha.
Trying to get this under control.
Understand. No, see, look at that. That's switching to a healthier option.
Yeah. Hey, we've got to do what we can.
It's true.
Yeah, I think we're going to come out of this thing with, it's not going to be summer, so we're going to go ahead and get ready for our fall bodies.
Give me some bulky sweaters.
Don't say that. I want my summer.
Oh,
No doubt.
We all do, girl. Oh.
Hey, guys, one more thing. Are you aware of all the free classes that are out there right now?
There are a ton.
You can put in just any subject and find free classes. Like, this is kind of the time if you want to learn a new skill. There are free coding classes, my continuing ed for the most part is free. There's lots of free stuff out there.
No,
so people can go out there and take therapy classes right now.
Absolutely. Go for it. Go for it.
No, there's free yoga classes. We talked about that with Casey.
Yeah, Arkansas Yoga Collective.
They're doing free yoga.
Free yoga.
Yeah. So, you can find some zen through all this too.
If somebody could just teach me how to highlight my hair and cut it myself, that would be fabulous. But so far, not thinking that's a great idea.
I know. Or we were trying to figure out how I could do your lashes over the phone.
I know. I have about 6 lashes left. It's really sad, Tess.
Oh, I miss you and your lashes.
Oh, they miss you. I miss you. The extroverts are dying here in CoronaCation.
Yeah, it's true.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. It gets tougher every day. And, you look at it, you go, hey, it's going to be 70 degrees outside today and sunny. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. All the places you could go with all that time. Mm-hmm. And, the thing we're trying to impress is, it's not time to get lax on this yet. We've been in according, Arkansas set us into a public health emergency was declared March 11th, which was 37 days ago now, Jenny.
Yeah. I know.
But, most of us haven't been secluded or self-quarantined or isolated or social distancing for that period of time. Maybe 3 weeks now, going into the fourth week for some folks, maybe. But in reality, the numbers still don't, I don't care what is being said on the national news of states are going to be opening back up, and states like Arkansas that have done a really good job of social distancing and isolation. All of a sudden it's like, oh, well, it's okay. Not, thousands of people haven't died there. So y'all go back out doing what you're supposed to do every day. It's not time for that. The numbers don't show that. It shows what we've done works. And if we change that all of a sudden, that, we're going to look like a lot of these other states with hundreds, maybe thousands of deaths and, thousands or 10,000s of cases. And it's kind of like what we're doing, staying home, is working.
Yeah.
Even though everybody, the weather's going to be nice. Everybody's tired of being at home. Everybody wants to go out and do things, go see your friends. Your friends don't have it. You don't have it. Okay. That's okay. No, it's not okay.
Yeah, it's really not.
We'll see a huge spike in numbers. We will go backward instead of forward. We just need things to go back to whatever the new normal is. But if we get out there and pretend like everything's okay right now, it's going to be disastrous.
And I'm not saying that everybody has to just literally stay home. You can go out and still be responsible.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You can absolutely be responsible if you're going to go out and be in the public in any way, shape, or form. It's mask, it's gloves, it's Purell, it's hand sanitizers, it's wipes, it's all of those things. It's being respectful of other people. That's one of the things I don't understand. You go to the store, and, I try to make sure that I've got that bubble around me, not necessarily for me, but for others. I don't want to make other people uncomfortable. And
I agree.
There are so many people that are just out there doing their thing. Like, one of the things I don't understand yet is Kroger has not made all of their aisles one direction.
No, they have not.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Their aisles were barely big enough for two people to get carts through.
Anyway. And then you get the little old lady with her little buggy, and she's just standing in the middle and not a care or clue in the world that there are people trying to get around her, and you got to squeeze by.
At any given point, our Kroger in Maumelle looks like it does the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's the way they are.
It's just, it's packed out.
Yeah. So, you can still get out, gas
Absolutely.
is $1 a gallon, basically. I paid $1.08 this week.
99 cents in Saline County.
Yep.
Wow.
So, gas is $1 a gallon. You can get out, take a drive.
Yeah.
Of course you
can.
Roll
your windows down, open up the sunroof. You got a convertible, drop the top.
Yeah.
Go get some fresh air, get some sunshine. That's good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's time we do some of those things. Just like you said, to feel like we've got some control, or to feel like things are a little bit normal, being able to go for a drive, or, being able to just enjoy the day and not feel cooped up inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you're not coming in, you're not going to be in with a lot of other folks, from a standpoint of, stopping frequently to use the restroom, stopping frequently to get food, stopping frequently to do all of those types of things that would happen on maybe a normal road trip. Just load up, go drive for 2 or 3 hours if you need to. Roll the windows down, let the radio blare, and get you some sunshine, and maybe that'll pep you up.
Yeah.
I think the sunshine is helping after all of the rain. I don't think the rain was helpful at all.
No, the rain's it's hard for people. It really is. I'm one of those people, if it rains for 3, 4, 5 days in a row, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm tired and I'm kind of bummed and so sunshine definitely helps my mood.
So
mine too.
Any last tips that you want to give us this week?
Know that this is not forever. Like, we can do hard things for a short period of time, and we're in the hard season. This is not going to last forever. It may look different, but it's not going to last forever.
You're
and
right.
I think just to know that this is not going to last forever, know that there are a lot of things that we are not in control of, but there are some things that we are, and take advantage of those, right?
That is so
you
true.
can do anything for a short period of time.
And in the grand scheme of things, this is a short period of time.
And also know this is normal. Like, your feelings are normal. That's what I've been trying to tell people is, hey, this is normal. Like, this is normal. No one is just thrilled with this. And I think everybody's struggling. And I think as time goes on, everybody's struggling. So, sprinkle kindness where you can.
Absolutely.
Check on your friends.
We're all in this together. So it's sort of like, again, back to that, check on your loved ones.
Yeah. Do something for somebody else.
Oh, absolutely.
Check on them, give them a call, shoot them a text, send them a funny meme.
We're all grumpy.
Yeah.
We're all greedy.
Can you imagine doing this without our phones and social media and the capacity to FaceTime or Zoom?
Oh my
Can
gosh.
20 years ago going through this would have been even worse.
Yeah.
It would have been different because we wouldn't have had the information that we have today. So, it would have probably been much more deadly.
Right.
But at the same time, we wouldn't have the fear of the media and all of just
true.
the news out there
Agreed.
all the time.
And we wouldn't be used to having that.
And I think that's another one of those things is just unplug.
Yeah.
Turn off the damn news. If you can't handle it, turn it off.
Yeah.
You don't have to listen to it minute by minute, 4 times a day, 5 times a day, 8 times a day.
You don't have to be on social media all the time. Like, that's,
right.
Go like our show and all that jazz and watch our show, damn it. But,
find your show you want to watch.
Yeah, you don't have to be sad sacking it all the time on social media, ugh.
Oh, you'll definitely see it on social media.
I know, that's what I mean.
I try not to
turn
spread
it off.
sadness. Right.
Yeah, it started with all the memes. The memes were excellent when this first started. And have you noticed, the last
They're getting darker
10
and
days,
darker.
they've kind of just disappeared.
Yeah.
The funny memes are now gone, and it's now straight to the afterworld.
They are 100%. They are. Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of funny ones. I found one I should send y'all that talks about how if cheer coaches ran the world during this would already be taken care of because you'd have to be 6 feet apart. You would have to follow the rules. I mean, it was hilarious. As a cheer mom, I loved it.
Oh, that's funny.
So I'll have to send it to you. But they are few and far between these days, the funny memes.
So
for me, if it's not funny, I'm out.
Yep.
Military drill instructors make good cheer coaches. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Right now.
Oh, that's funny.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. So, Jenny, you can be found online, right? You're all over the internet, speaking of the internet, but jennycaldwell.net.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Go check her out there.
You need any mental health in your life?
Yeah.
I mean definitely
who doesn't?
Therapy Thursdays here on Small Talk Arkansas. Keep tuned into that. Jenny Caldwell, jennycaldwell.net. She's a good person. She's out in Maumelle and more than happy. On the phone, FaceTiming.
Yeah, doing all the things.
All the things. She'd love to hear from you if you need somebody to talk to in these times.
Uh-huh. And
Thank you, guys.
Yes. Hey, Jenny, did you want to stick around for shit we're into?
Oh, you know it.
Oh, good.
I love it.
Guess what we're talking about today? We're talking about the Tiger King.
I'm hoping it's our show.
It's our show. We are talking about the Tiger King special episode.
Tiger King. So, Jenny, you were on our very first episode on this show.
Uh-huh, you were.
And
yes.
We talked about Tiger King that day. And we hadn't watched all of it since, you hadn't finished it. We hadn't finished it.
We were just scratching the surface. That was a bad tiger joke.
Since then, we've all watched it all.
We've all earned our stripes.
The bad puns may never end.
I love it.
So on top of that, on Tessa's birthday, Netflix called and said, "Hey, is it okay if we put out a new episode?" So
I allowed it. I was like, "Fine, Netflix." I find that
I
acceptable.
watched it.
So Easter Day, they put out a new episode.
They did.
It was very, very different from the previous episodes because it was, I don't know, a comedian on a couch calling people and FaceTiming them and asking how their lives have changed since the show.
Yes. Did you get to watch it?
I did. Did y'all like it?
I mean, I did. I did like it. I liked. Oh, meow.
It started with Eric saying about the funny Mamies.
Oh my gosh, the Mamies or the Memes or however you
the
call
Memes,
them.
yeah. I was dying. I wrote that down. I was like, that's hilarious.
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh, that was like probably the best part.
You know, how bad did Joe affect this guy's life? From an aspect of, you know, this guy's like, yeah, Joe should absolutely be in prison
for the rest of his life.
He's going to die there.
Yeah.
You know,
kind of okay with it.
And the guy says, well, I've never done drugs. Well, dude, the last episode, it looked like you were on heroin.
Yeah. Like you were, you weren't looking so good, bro.
I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Do we believe you now or do we believe you then?
Yeah.
You know, which one of you are we supposed to believe? Because you're two complete opposites.
Exactly. And then Jeff and Lauren. What do you think about Jeff and Lauren?
Oh my gosh, I don't understand that. I don't get it. How does that guy get the ladies? I don't understand
We are applying for a nanny. Oh. I'm looking for a nanny.
I asked Sean last night, I said, how did they get the nanny? And Sean said, do you not realize he's the one with the money? I was like, oh, and he goes, did you not pick up on that? He's the one with the money. That's how they got the nanny.
I don't really think he's got money, though. I think he just cons everybody else out of theirs to stay relevant.
Yeah. Like, and
what did he say? He has like 150 or 160 affliction t-shirts.
Yes.
Too many.
I was dying. Yes.
They should all go out in a burn pile out back.
He has one too many. One too many. And then his leather jacket.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Harley Davidson jacket.
I was fascinated with him. Yeah. I was fascinated with him.
That guy to me is a certain kind of special.
He is 100%.
He's scary to me.
Yeah, I could see him being an angry person behind closed doors.
Me too. I mean, and what about John? John, the one, the amputee?
Oh, no legs.
I mean, he looks like he's living his best life.
He's my favorite out of all of them.
He is my favorite.
Like,
he was looking good. He was,
he can't get divorced and married right now because of the courts being shut down.
Yeah.
Right, but he's happy. He seems like he's the most normal one.
I agree.
He was not angry. He was, living his best life. He was
just like, these are the facts. Here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's being sponsored by Pruitt Ford.
Yes, he is. Yeah,
very clearly.
he's like, no, I'm just an ordinary guy. Look at the Pruitt Ford behind me. Look at the Pruitt Ford on my hat.
Yeah.
I picked up on that too.
The guy's like, hey, you could sell those pants that you wore to court. They'd be worth a lot of money. He's like, I'm going to need those pants again.
I was laughing so hard on that.
Oh, I know.
Oh, they were interesting. And then Saf, who said he trusted the Tigers more than Joe.
Yeah, that's
the Tigers who ripped off his
arm. Yes. Yeah, that was that was a bold statement. I mean,
I sit there and you have to, I try to read between the lines, and I'm going, if there was a question asked you in a different way, would you answer it, completely different from that? And I don't know. I mean, those guys obviously saw Joe and saw his bad side, and Joe was trying to be famous and would do, it was obvious he would do anything for attention. And if that were firing somebody, hollering at somebody, cussing at somebody on the camera for a reaction, kind of like I did this morning, I think. Kind of the news segment this morning.
Feeling the Tiger King spirit.
A little bit. Joe Exotic's coming out of me.
We need to get you a French jacket.
I need some sequins.
Yeah, you do need some sequins.
Pink sequins. You're listening to this?
Oh, please, and a mullet. Please do it. Please.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing: all of these people have benefited from this show.
They have.
Their lives have all changed.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, look at Joe's, last husband. He's cruising around in a Camaro.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about the current husband or John Finley?
Whoever the current one. Young kid from California cruising around in a Camaro. Has no job.
And his job is just to call Joe every day, 3 times a day, and talk to him.
And say, Joe, I can't do this anymore. I can't hear you say you want to be with me.
Oh.
That's perfect.
Dude. And then,
I'm kind of obsessed. I'm going to be honest. This is hard because I'm kind of obsessed. I'm like, give me more of this show.
I know.
Well, and if you caught in that episode, they said that Joe has put together his fan clubs and will be, putting out some stuff from prison soon. So,
there will be more.
There's certainly going to be more.
Mm-hmm.
Did I read last week that he has coronavirus?
I saw something about that too, but I don't know if that's fact.
I didn't go down the rabbit trail of Googling to see.
You did go down a lot of rabbit trails, though.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What was some of the stuff that in your, going to the Google and doing all the research that you did after the show, what were some of the things that other folks may not know that you found out when you put on your detective hat?
Oh, you're making me remember something from 2 weeks ago.
Which feels like 2 months ago.
All right. I had not realized that, John Finley had, gotten married, had kids. I started doing research in general, like on meth usage, which I'm familiar with it, but I was talking to people in recovery and they were like, look, Jenny, like this is not uncommon for people, to act out or to have sex with people for drugs, sex with people for drugs, which we know.
Right.
But, they made it look one way on the show.
Right. When in reality, it's not uncommon for that.
It's just, the whole thing is just fascinating to me. I went down the rabbit trail. Did you go down that, Jason, at all with your Google?
I didn't. I literally, was just going to leave well enough alone. I didn't, it frustrates me when people don't, I don't know. The meth and the all the attention hoarding and attention grabbing that most of the folks on that show have done. I'm just like, I'm not going to be the person that gives you more.
For you.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
I don't get me wrong. I'm extremely entertained by the show. Very, very, very entertained. But I've got enough other stuff going on that I'm gonna go Google some better video editing. Before I'm gonna Google, John Finley, where what John Finley's dentist did to give him teeth.
Yeah,
the guy couldn't even talk because now he's got teeth in his mouth and this big metal stud in his tongue.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's wearing a shirt this time, but he sounds like he's talking on the Burger King speaker. Blah 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 blah.
Okay, we didn't talk about Josh, the campaign manager. He looks like he's decompensated a lot since the show.
Well, he's
doesn't look off.
He's stressed. He saw a guy kill himself.
Yeah, and then he was talking about how he wanted to raise some money so he could get some help, and God love him. He went through a time.
He needs to Google some therapy.
Trauma therapist.
Yeah,
yes, we need a trauma therapist for Josh.
Stat.
Yes.
He also looked like he'd been doing meth as well, but He denied that.
I don't think he had. I think that he's just been sad and depressed and, riddled with all this trauma that he experienced and didn't know how to deal with it.
We all have trauma in our lives.
We all do. We don't all
Absolutely.
see somebody, blow their brains out, though.
So if you were his therapist today, what would you do to kick him in the ass? Get him over on the right side. I mean, probably medicating first and foremost, but over and above that.
You'd also have to find the whole story. I'm not a trauma therapist, so I would absolutely get him to someone that is a trauma therapist that potentially does EMDR or trauma therapy.
Yeah.
But, I don't even know where I would start because you've got to get the social history. And I mean, we know a little bit, but we don't know the full history. And is there other mental illness? I mean, are there other,
what other external factors?
Right. And so, I mean, I wouldn't know where to start other than to make sure that he's with a good trauma therapist because he absolutely needs a trauma therapist.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
No, you're
That's
right.
just not something you get over just like that.
Yeah. Poor dude. But I think hopefully maybe that's going to shed some light for him and maybe get him the help that he needs.
Oh, absolutely.
Surely his phone started ringing in Oklahoma with trauma therapist or, whether that was local or nationally that said, hey, I'm going to take this dude pro bono.
Yeah. Come on.
Absolutely. I mean, he needs the help. They probably all need some help.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's probably trauma for all of them. There's some addiction. There are probably issues for all of them. Let's be very honest, which is probably why I loved the show.
Oh, I know. It was.
Now we have to find a new show now, guys.
We do.
We've been trying to catch up. So Tess has never seen Billions or Yellowstone, and Billions is coming out in May. They're coming out with their 6th season, I believe.
So we're trying to watch that as much as possible.
And so the great Wendy on the Billions, the therapist there. We love the Wendy. Because Wendy tries to keep everything between the gutters.
Yes. Sean's talked to me about Wendy, so I guess maybe I need to start watching Billions.
Wendy is...
Yeah, I think you do. I think you'll like it.
Wendy is pretty awesome at, applying therapy to people, at all different...
levels.
Wherever they are, and getting them,
Yeah, she's good at meeting people where they are.
So it's pretty cool. And, obviously it's Billions is a business show, if you want to call it that. There's lots of other things that happen, but it's basically built around a hedge fund. But, her husband is the U.S. district attorney and her boss is a billionaire, brilliant hedge fund manager. And, may not be totally 100% ethical in everything he does, but his justification for that is, well, everybody's doing it.
Right. So Wendy has her work cut out for her.
She does.
Wendy has got her work cut out for her. All of the folks that work in that industry, that work in that in that business, are all very, very alpha.
Yeah.
Very, very used to controlling their destinies.
Yes, having their way. And
so keeping them going in a right direction with that energy focused in the right direction, opposed to being somebody that's going to go out and be destructive. She keeps everybody focused to where their energy is being best used to the ability that she can. And it's the show isn't based on her. It's not, it's based on lots of different characters, but her character is absolutely amazing. I think I told you when I met you that's, I wish I had a Wendy Rhodes in my life.
You did. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
We're binge watching that right now, trying to get Tess up to, we won't make it to the new episodes by the time the new episodes come out, but we're
going to try.
We're trying.
Yeah, we're trying.
We probably won't change out of our pajamas this weekend.
Yeah.
Hey, get on a schedule. Change out of your pajamas, Jason.
We got some Billions to watch, Jenny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting today.
All right.
So Billions, another show we really like is Yellowstone. It's another one I've watched all the episodes.
And I have seen none of them except, like the 3 that we've watched now.
Yeah. So it's going to be starting the 4th season in June, and Yellowstone has got Kevin Costner is the main actor. It's in Montana. Cinematography is absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
and
the scenery is beautiful.
The storyline there, the acting, the casting, it's
all really good.
Really good. Billions is really good.
Yeah. I mean,
I've been rewatching Boston Legal. That's kind of my go-to.
I love that show. I loved that show.
Legal.
Danny Crane.
Yes, but I love Alan too.
Yeah. And then he went and did what he did. You watch any of the show he did after that? What was it called?
Blacklist. Yes,
Blacklist.
He's fascinating. He's a very fascinating actor. I met him when I was a flight attendant. He was very nice.
He's mysterious. The way he portrays every character that he has, it's pretty mysterious. You don't get to see all of him. You only get to see what he lets you see. And he always makes you wonder more.
Absolutely. I love Boston Legal.
I love the scenes at the very end where they're sitting out on the balcony smoking cigars.
Yeah, that's my favorite part too. And they've always got a good closing in their court cases.
Absolutely.
And it's so funny that show has been off for so long, but the issues are still relevant.
It is. It is truly, if people that are CSI fans or Law and Order fans, those types of shows, it's similar to that, but it's got a twist that's a little different. In my opinion, it was a better show.
Absolutely. And it's got dark humor. And, I love dark humor. We have to find the humor. So I love their humor as well.
Well, that is all the time we've got today. We certainly, Jenny, we love it when you come on our show and enlighten us and put us in a better mood. And hopefully all of our listeners are also in a better mood. And you can be found at jennycaldwell.net. She's in Maumelle, guys, jennycaldwell.net. She can change your life.
Yes.
Or point you in the direction of somebody else if you need trauma. She can point you in the direction of a trauma therapist that can change your life. But you guys definitely look her up, give her a shout. If you've got some challenges, which we all do in our life, she might be accepting new patients.
Yeah.
I am.
Absolutely.
Y'all have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Come back and see us or talk
Absolutely.
to us
Thank you.
at least.
Talk soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, girl.
Thanks for shooting the shit with us.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate it.
If you liked our show,
like our channel.
Subscribe to the channel.
It's true.
Smash the like button.
Share it with your friends.
Share it with your friends. We know you got friends.
Because you've got friends.
So share us with your friends. We would appreciate it.
We do.
Our algorithm on the YouTube, the more likes, subscribes, comments.
Yeah. If you like us, if you hate us, whatever.
Let us know.
Yeah. Keep us posted.
Help us out.
Yeah.
Help us out. Go to the YouTube.
Comment.
We got over 800, probably break more than 900 followers today on Facebook.
Woo!
We need some more subscribers on the YouTube channel.
We do.
Now, we post every show on Facebook, where you can click the link and go over.
It's just one click, guys.
To YouTube.
It's true.
When you get there, I know a lot of times if you're watching it on your TV or whatever, it just shows the video, but take the time, go back, please subscribe to the channel.